ESPN ranked all 32 teams based on their core five, so their top five players. Number 1 was the Chiefs, number 2 the Bengals, number 3 the Eagles. Browns checked in at number 11. Ravens were 9, Browns 11 in their roster core. Deshaun Watson, Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, Denzel Ward, Joel Bitonio. Average core age 27.6. A few years ago, this group would have challenged for the number 1 spot in the rankings, but after Watson played so poorly in his return to football in 2022, fair to wonder if he holds the rest of the players on this list back going into 2023. 11th is probably fair. That puts him right in the middle of the playoff hunt. But again, the more you see of Deshaun Watson, and even nationally, as we talked about earlier, people are starting to, hey, the Browns could surprise some people.
Yeah, I mean, you can replace Deshaun Watson in that sentence, and it would be more accurate if you're like, hey, the quarterback position has been what's held this group of players back, right? It's always been, hey, you got Myles, you got Denzel, you got Nick Chubb, you got this and that. But the quarterback, right? That's always been the question. And it was but the quarterback with Baker Mayfield, and it was but who's going to play quarterback while Deshaun's suspended, and now it's but is Deshaun going to look like Deshaun? And if that question is answered early in the season, then there's nothing holding back that core of players because they do belong in the top levels of young players, especially in the NFL. So that's been the question for the Browns for the longest time, and this is what this year's going to answer because this is the best chance to know, is it really the quarterback holding these players back or are these players not as good as we think? We'll find out. This year because I don't think the quarterback should be the reason you don't have success this year or the reason that you're limited this year. You certainly paid a lot of money to make sure that's not the case.
A lot of money and a lot of draft capital as well. So, it's time for the results to show on the field.